Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all so much for taking the time to come out today. First, to the great elected officials who you just heard from. First, Senator Dave Valesky and Assemblyman Bill McGee. We are colleagues, we're friends. I don't know that I was ever like this. I don't think I was ever like this. I think I sort of came out like this. But we go way back. We work very closely together. And I want to say this about David Bill. You know, sometimes we speak with, we paint with a broad brush. And Albany needs a lot of change. And I'm going to speak about that in a moment. That doesn't mean that all the elected officials in Albany need to be changed and that they're not doing their job. And you have some phenomenal public servants who are in state government. I need to make the kinds of changes that I want to make and that you want me to make. I need Dave and Bill working with me in the Senate and the Assembly if we're going to get these reforms made. They are reformers. They get it. They've always gotten it. They fought the status quo. They represent you and they know it. We need them there desperately. Dave Valesky, Bill. State government that performs, that has competence, that has integrity, and that earns and deserves our trust. The saddest thing I hear out here, from one end of the state to the other, people come up and they say, you know what, I just don't trust the state government anymore. What a damning and sad comment. I just don't trust the state government. And any relationship is only as good as the level of trust. Right? Think about it. It's only as good as the level of trust. And government is the same thing. A government that is not trusted by the people is a government without power. And they've been right. And it's upon us to go to Albany, to clean it up, to reform it, so people trust it once again. And that's the first thing we're going to do, and you have my word on it. We have to get the state's economy running again. It's about jobs, jobs, jobs. For us to do that, we're going to have to get the state's fiscal house in order. We're going to have to get the taxes under control. We're going to have to get the property taxes under control. The state of New York is going to have to go on a fiscal diet, the government. It's going to have to tighten its belt. State government has to learn the same thing every family has learned, every business has learned, that this has been an economic downturn. And the answer isn't always more money, more money, more money, more taxes, more taxes, more taxes. The government has been too good at putting its hand in your pocket for tax dollars. We're going to have to get the state government to actually live within its own means, more efficiencies, more economies of scale, but the answer is not more taxes. New York has no future as the highest tax state in the nation. It's that simple. You're not going to keep businesses, you're not going to keep families. And we're going to lead by example, and we're going to make that state government work cleaner and more efficient and more effectively than ever before. And as we get down to the end, we're just chatting inside, the closer we get from this election, in my opinion, the clearer the election is becoming. And frankly, from my point of view, the more our opponents talk, the better for us. What is happening as the campaign goes on? People are actually asking questions like, who are you? What do you believe? What would you do? What are your positions? And whenever they answer, it's clearer and clearer to New Yorkers that this ticket, these people, do not represent what the people of this state represent. Period. It's that simple. What they believe. An extremist platform against a woman's right to choose, even in cases of rape and incest. We've never heard of such a thing in the state of New York. On immigration, They would want a public referendum to allow racial profiling on the street. If we have a public referendum and we are allowed to racially profile people who look like immigrants, I'm the first person stopped. Comments made about gay people in society, that being gay is not a valid lifestyle. This is not what New Yorkers believe. It's not who we are. And I'll tell you the truth, the attempts at the division, the attempts to separate us in the state of New York is not going to work. And that's why I'm so excited about elections. Because I'm so excited about those results. I'm excited to be able to stand up there and say we won, and it's the first step down the road to make the Empire State again. And that New Yorkers heard the message of division and heard these extremist positions, and New Yorkers rejected it. That yes, we were anxious. Yes, there's anger. Yes, there's fear. But we heard the political attempts at division, and they were roundly defeated. Because at the end of the day, it really goes to who we are as a people and who we are as a state, and what we believe. And there have been attempts before to try to divide New Yorkers. But whatever the day, whatever the challenge, we've learned very well over the time that the best way for New York to go forward is to go forward together. And you try to separate us upstate from downstate, and you can't because we are one state. You try to separate us black from white, you can't because we are one people. You try to separate us gay from straight, you can't because we believe in one another. And we will reject the attempts to divide New York because we are one. And that's what New York was always about. We held up that great welcome sign and we said, come one, come all. We don't care the color of your skin, we don't care your religion, we don't care where you came from. Come and we will make one community of these people and this place. And we celebrate the diversity, and we are going to be the stronger for it. Because we are actually stronger by sharing benefits and burdens one from another. That is the beautiful story of New York. It's a story that's going to be reaffirmed on this election. And we're going to have a government that you can be proud of once again. That performs for this state, that gets our fiscal house in order, that cleans up Albany, and gets jobs coming back. And take nothing for granted. You know who change starts with? Change starts with the person in the mirror, my friends. It is up to you. It is up to you. You have to vote. You have to vote. You have to make sure the neighbor to the left and to the right votes. You have to make sure your family votes. You have to make sure your lazy cousin votes. We have to vote. We have to vote. There are energized people out there. You know, fear and anger is a very powerful motivator. We have to make sure the voices of reason come out and vote also. And that is your job. You have to vote for Dave, you have to vote for Bill, you have to vote for the congressman. We have to give this state government